Okay, this is a really bad representation of this truck and the way that it drives, and that's because it's not probably firing on all cylinders, because it just needs to get serviced. But I wanted to show you guys so you guys didn't think, oh, you know, why isn't he showing the truth or the reality of the truck? But more so that you can see that it does run and drive. Doesn't run and drive very well, but let me explain a little bit more. But it's moving and it's going to where I need it to go so that we can get the video so you can really see what the heck this is all about. All right, if I'm not mistaken, this is a 1994 Suzuki Carry dump. Now, just like I've done with all my other videos, so you can see, I'm gonna do a full 360 of the actual dump so you can kind of get an idea. I apologize for the wind. I'm doing my best to cover it up so you don't hear as much of it. The reason I'm doing this video now is because I'm leaving back to go home to America, and so I just wanted to get as many vehicles on, what's it called, just like on video so that you could see them, that I've touched them, I've seen them. This one I actually picked at the auction, and now if we keep looking at it, everybody would be like, why the heck did you pick this one out of all of them? Well, because it's kind of a rare one in the sense that it's a dump body, which is really cool, but it's four-wheel drive with diff lockers on it, and I'll show more of that. And it's also got AC. It's only a 4-speed, but that's really because if you want any of the round eyes, unless somebody swapped the 5-speed into it, you're really going to only get them in 4-speed. And so right now, the way that it sits, it looks really ugly. And I think here it looks more cream than what it is, but it's actually a white truck, and it just needs to get washed and cleaned. This thing was worked. It was probably never really washed, which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing in itself. But let's just try and nitpick it now. Pick any imperfections. You obviously scratches. You see the scratches. It's got the antenna, which is good. We'll kind of go up and down from what we can see here. Nothing really that stands out other than it's just filthy. Obviously these marks from when people open and close the door with their hands, gloves, or whatever it may be. Same thing around this area and the key area, but nothing really to report as far as it being in really bad shape. I know this looks rough, and you're like, Mendy, why would you show this? And it needs a good taggy touch is what it needs. But I'm showing this because it's really, really, really hard to find one that's this clean. And you don't think it's clean, but it actually is. And I'll explain. You saw the driving portion of it. It wasn't driving very well. Even when we were at the auction, I said, let's still go for it, because I had a feeling it was still a good truck. And so before it leaves Japan, it's getting on the queue to get serviced. So if we come around, the beds are holes, nothing like hole, not holes, but it's hole. It's all there. Everything that you see, it is a diff lock, which is really nice. All the bedsides look really good. You have surface rust and surface sweat, as I spoke about with my Honda Sleeve videos, if you caught that, if you saw that. The only ding or dent is this guy here, which I'm assuming they just probably backed into something. That's really not difficult to fix. You just kind of pull this back, smack this back into place, and then it'll straighten out. But everything is there. That's why I really liked it. And it also came with the side box. Side note, I don't know if the key works for this side box. It might have to be one of those things that when you finally get it home, you may have to like open it, and once you open it, bring this to a locksmith and see if they can make a copy of that key, or you know, something else. It can be opened. It's just a matter of who knows how to open it, and maybe even the key works. I haven't had enough time to really tinker with it or play with it to see if it really opens it all that much. But overall, it's good. I mean, you see the bedsides, they're made out of wood, so somebody glued these on physically. Chances are you could probably take these off, and behind there is going to be beautiful. And now this is a sign of why I really bought this, because when you see that, it means it was owned by an older gentleman or woman, whichever. I don't really know, because I don't know their history or their past. But that means that they just literally drove it to do what they needed to do. It looks like it's got some farm tires on it of some sort. Tires are shot. But here's the beauty of it. I'm here, Nick's here. If you want 4x114s, if we find them, I suggest just putting them on. That way you have newer tires and newer rims to you that will transform the look of this truck, because finding the K-spec wheels back home might be a little bit more difficult. You could even go the route of say, no, screw it, just send it on the boat with what's there. and then put spacers 4x100, and you could do it that way as well. I think this door is locked, but let me see. I get ahead of myself. Keep looking around. The battery is still there. It looks fairly newer. It says 37, which I would have to look up to see when that was replaced. If I am able to do it before I edit the video, I'll put it. But it looks like the battery hold down stuff is here, and it looks like it just goes in place to hold it down there. I think it's missing one of these things, but maybe not. Maybe it's in there somewhere, but it's there. I mean, this in itself holds the battery pretty well. The door here, again, just dirty. It's probably a door that never really got used, to be 100% honest with you. It's just really, really dirty. Let me see if I can even take some spit shine and try and get it out. But this isn't even an accurate representation of how well it can clean up, which I believe it can. If you give it to somebody like Teggy and just let them go ham on it, they can clean it up. It's all whole. This is why I really liked it. It also came with a rack, which if you love, if you hate, I know I'm huffing and puffing. I'm trying to rush. I don't like to be rushed, but I only have a certain amount of time to be able to make these videos, and I'm trying to jam pack as many cars into these videos as possible. The lights are there. This isn't broken or bent, which is very important, because most of the time you see when people pull these off, they are usually broken and or bent. So that's in good shape. Again, bumpers all there. But let's just kind of climb into the interior here and see what it's all about. Again, I apologize for the wind. You see the door card. It's the original one. It's poking out a little bit. It has the original sticker for when it was dumped, so it wasn't an addition. This is how it came. And so, you know, even this, like, to find a Carry dump that does not have a torn up seat is huge. It's astronomically huge. Same thing with these. Like, the seats are all in really good condition. Here's the VIN number for perspective, so you can see the VIN number. It has the original floor mats. They are dirty. If we climb under, not climb, but if we put this up, you can see that there's just so much filth under here because they probably just came in with dirty boots all the time. We'll go underneath the engine bay in just a second. I want to keep showing you the interior. You can see that it has 20,842 or 20,824,000 kilometers. Now, I know this is a 5-digit VIN, but in the auction report, which I don't have in front of me because they took it out already, but I can confirm it. I can try and get a picture to put it on there. But it does have original 20,000 kilometers, and it kind of states it by what you see. To be honest with you, these tires may even be the original tires from when they bought it, because there's just not very many things that say this has been driven 120,000 kilometers. Now, here is the reality. The reality is it could be 120 kilometers. I want to set the expectation straight that it could be that. It could be that is higher because it is a 5-digit VIN. So I would say err on the side of caution that it is 120,000 kilometers, but I'm pretty sure it's only 20,000 kilometers, and I can try and confirm that. If you're really interested in this, we can definitely talk about it. It's all pretty much there. I think the biggest drawback that I literally just saw just now was this is ripped up. And let me tell you, if I was to guesstimate why this is ripped up, is because, do you see that? It's like a square nut that they put into here, nut cert. And I bet you whoever the older gentleman was, this is where they grabbed on to really sit in there. So is this horrible? Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest, but do you really need this handle? No. Is it rotting away like the, you know, the sandbar that I had where it's like all this is rotted? No. And so headliner's all there. It's all original. You can tell that it's kind of starting to peel back a little, but for what this truck is, the condition that it's in is pretty amazing. It does have AC, which is one of the most important things in my opinion. The fact that it comes with air conditioning is huge. Now, if we look over here, this is axle lock and this is diff lock. Axle lock, we've learned, really doesn't do anything. And then your up-down dump is there. It's not a PTO, which is good and bad. I guess it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for your PTO, then find a PTO. If you're looking for an electric dump, this is perfect, but it's electric. You can see it all actuated up. What else? It is air conditioning, like I said. It has a single, probably, I think it might be FM. Maybe not, but it might just be an AM radio. But again, people do the modification where you can take this and put a double DIN into it, or just put a single DIN. They have the A-Total 1.5s, which would fit perfect in here. Very simple cluster. You got heat, you got gas, and then you got your kilometers per hour. If we go into here, it's a glove box. It comes with a bunch of goodies that came with it. This button is right there. I made sure to put that there. The AC is not blowing, but these are one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Because of the way that it's running, I want them to get it fully serviced before it leaves Japan. That way it's in good tip-top shape. Now, can we run the risk of when they open it up in the service and it needs an engine? Yeah, maybe, potentially, but that's something that, you know, obviously it would get fixed before it leaves here. It's not, it's in their possession. Now, it's going to happen. It's a matter of just when. Like I said, the biggest thing is right now is just getting it into a queue to get it serviced. So if I get someone that's committed to it right away, then, you know, I can tell them, hey, somebody's committed to it right away. They want it. Let's get this thing serviced. Let's get them over to them. Door panels, like I showed before, is in good condition. Doors down here, a little rough. I mean, that's just from doing this and driving. That one's a little rough as well. Let's unlock that one. Seats, like I said, are in really good condition. That just, I'm very surprised genuinely how good of a condition it is. Let's see if we can get it to run. I think I ran out of gas, to be 100% honest with you, is what the deal was, because it died on my way here. Yeah, so it's running now. You can hear it running. It's not running very well, but again, super low on gas. So being that it probably is 20,000 original kilometers on it, I bet even if I went to Autobacks, grabbed a pair of spark plugs, or 3 spark plugs, and then just threw them in and put some more fresh gas into it, I bet you it would run in tip-top shape. The gas, I mean, the air conditioning could be simple as it just ran out of gas for some reason. Maybe when they were driving through gravel roads, eventually it springs a little bit of a leak and it goes. I don't know. There's too many unknown variables for me to really tell you that. But here you have your 4-wheel drive, so 2-wheel high, 4 high, your neutral, and then your low, which is really good to have something that offers this. Push button is cool, but offering it for you to be able to do that is really nice. Again, it is a 4-speed, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then no 5th, and then just reverse. So it is a 4-speed transmission, which again, I had one of these with no AC, no 4-wheel drive, and it was my first K-Truck, and I love it to this day. I miss it. I loved it. I got rid of it because ultimately I just didn't need a K-Truck. Got 3 kids and a wife, and K-Truck really didn't do me well. I used it to commute back and forth to work, and it worked just fine. Now, if we come under here, undo this latch, I can show you all the goodness that it has to offer. Let me take the seat out of the way. Okay, now if we remove these 2 seats, you can see it's just really dirty from being worked and being used every day. AC compressors there, which is nice because sometimes people do swap buttons onto here, but there's no AC compressor. You can see it's just dirty. It's cool that it came with this sound deadening. I haven't seen that before. Let's go around to the other side. You can get an idea. Window works nicely, goes up and down without any issues. What's really cool about it is if you did want to run speakers to this, they do offer the hole there where you run your wires through there or even down through there. So it's like the official stock way. Again, door cards in pretty great shape. This, you can tell that the seals, look, that's what I wanted to show you. See how the original white is? That's what you could probably get this to look like, because they probably washed this by like hosing it down and maybe just taking a rag to it, and that was it. But here's the other side. Timing belt, as far as I am aware, has not been done. Again, because it's only 20,000 kilometers. Chances are it probably didn't get done. This is a 660cc, as you can see from there. There's a little bit of oil there. Let's see the dipstick. This is in real time. I have not seen the dipstick before. Obviously, it's going to read a little high, but the oil itself is actually fairly clean for what it is. And let's see if it smells funky or anything. No, it smells like oil. Doesn't smell like gas is mixing or anything like that. We'll look underneath the truck in just a second to see if it's leaking anything. Your jack is there, the original jack. The diff is there. Let's see, all these things that it just needs servicing, period. It still even has washer fluid in there, so whoever had it definitely used it. Let's look under here. That's in pretty great shape. Pull this one forward. It's in great shape. It's cool. I never seen them with all the sound deadening before, even on this area, which is really cool to find. Let's see, rust in these areas? No. Shock absorbers still look like they're in good condition. But let me put these seats back. Let me show you it going into dump mode, and then we'll go from there. Guess I'll show you underneath the seats. Just a little rusty there because that's the engine compartment area. But to put the seats, there's 2 little slots back there. They slot in, they go down. This clicks on, nice and tight. Shut that. I'll go to this side. Comes with JDM gloves and other JDM goodies. Some sort of passport of some sort. Huh, maybe the owner's old address. There you go, now you can see where it came from. Let's put this in. I need 2 hands for this. Okay, that's in. Let's click that down. Fire it up. Again, it's not running right. Okay, good. And there's the bed going up, which is what's worth all the money in my opinion. That's really what makes this truck, you know? And there, it's fully up. And then as a extra safety precaution, you put that down there in case it starts to go down. And for the most part, it seems to be holding. The pump is there. This is a really good representation of getting to look really well at the undercarriage. It looks like a heater hose from the exhaust just came off. That's usually normal. These just are like the preheat for, I don't even know for what the preheat is. Oh, it's probably for the air filter to give some preheat for that. AC condensers back here. So it could just be, look, this is wet. It could be that it kind of escaped from there. It could be something really simple and dumb. I really don't know. I haven't really tinkered with it all that much to be able to tell you much. Has the original spare, and look, this is probably the original dust from when it was sitting there. But that's kind of the back portion of it. You can see where it might have caught a little bit of rust. You can see that this has a little bit of surface rust on it, and they probably painted that so it didn't look so bad. This water is from when the truck bed had some water in it, and you can see the original seam sealer in there. All up in there. Engine bay. Let's get laid down under here. You can see looks like it's leaking a little bit of oil from the dip, not the dipstick, but the, what's it called, from the drain plug. That's pretty normal. Again, it'll be serviced, so they'll put new oil in it. You saw that there was oil in there, and you saw the color of the oil, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. Transmission seems to be in good shape. Drive shaft, underbody, pretty good shape. Let's go take a look at the other side just to double check everything. That's fully on dump mode. There's that box. Chances are too is they may have some goodies in there too that you might get, and you might be able to open this box and get some goodies out of it. But rear end, that side, this side, nothing look crazy that it's leaking or anything. Oil might have just been changed too, because it says 25. There is a light on for this sensor if I'm not mistaken, but that could just be because it's running like junk that it throws that light on. Let's look at the front end. I'm getting to lay down here in the JDM roads. Get nothing crazy as far as rust or rot, very minimal. I speculate these were painted probably before they went up to the auction. They do that because they get a little rusty and they just coat it with like Rust-Oleum to prevent the rust from spreading even further. But it's all there, which is a great thing. Let's see, I think these are disc brakes up front, but I may be wrong. They are disc brakes up front. They seem to still have good life on them. I don't know what more else that I can show you other than the bed probably going back down. You saw the engine bay, you've seen the truck itself. Let's fire it back up. Oh yeah, you can hear the engine now. It does this when this is up, it kills the battery, so I have to double check what's going on. Let me grab my jump pack and jump it. Okay, jump pack's hooked up. Let's see. There we go, you can hear it run. Let's put this back up for you. It does have a slight exhaust leak. I can look to see if maybe they can patch it up or fix that, but that could be why it's also running a little rough. It might be having an exhaust leak from there, but I just want to show all these things. Also, that's something that when you get it back home, you can definitely put a different exhaust on it to make it even cooler or rowdier, if that's the route you want to go. But this is pretty much it. Let's see if we can get this to lay back down. You can see the exhaust light is on, brake light is on. It wants to cut off, so I think it's low on fuel. But this is pretty much it. Again, I showed it, in my opinion, prematurely. Could that screw us over a little bit? Yeah, I think so, but it's going to get serviced. That's what I want you to know. I want you to see before and after, so you can really see it. I don't think they'll be able to wash it enough to get all the grime off of it. I think that's something you have to do when you get back home. But for now, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll put the car deal page price, like I did with the last couple videos, and then I'll also put the Mendy imports price that's cleared to your nearest port, depending on the port that you pick. East Coast and West Coast is going to be the same. If it's going to anywhere in Texas or like Hawaii, not that I'm trying to take over Hawaii, but I know some people might be interested in Hawaii, that's a different price. And then I think Texas is the only one, and again, if you are in Alaska and you want this, that might be a different price as well. But for now, you've seen the truck. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, it's going to get serviced. AC is going to get work done. Timing belt, water pump, fuel pump, spark plugs, spark plug wires. If it needs a valve cover, the valve cover gasket will get replaced. Pretty much anything that it needs, it will get done before it leaves Japan, and it'll be running in much better shape than it currently does. For now, if you have any questions, reach out.